As TTF, we always like to do an on-road triathlon and an off-road triathlon. So we've had off-road triathlons in different places, Ruiru, Kericho, and of course there's the famous one which is in Karen. But we always wanted to have one in Diani. And here's a fun fact. So we always used to do the one in Kwale. Logistically, so for those who need some feedback, logistically it proved to be a challenge. So we're like, oh my God, we're going to lose the Kwale Island Triathlon. And then we sat back with the team, Ralph and Sepe and Sandra, and we said, okay, why don't we just do it at Nomads? Now, here's a fun fact. Nomads actually used to do a triathlon at Nomads, but without TTF. That was like 2018, 2019 and the like. And, there were some pictures floating around social media and, it was fun and adventurous and things like that. So that's where the original Nomadic XC Triathlon came from. The swim, literally the triangle format, which is easy and fantastic. And the fact that the tide was coming in carried guys through the bike route that everyone loved, was fantastic. It was built together with, it was built by Ralph, Sepe, and Team TriFit. The run course, that is literally a Nomads fantastic playground. So they were like, hey guys, here's a fantastic run course. And that's why I say they're, such a beautiful partner. So we just want to say thank you to them and making sure that this event was a success.
I'm Boris. I'm French. I recently moved to Nairobi 3 months ago, and it was my first triathlon in Kenya, sorry. I had no idea how I could be in this field. I don't know the people. I didn't know if I had a chance or not to be on the lead. So my plan was to just swim and see where I was when I was out of the water. And I realized I was like almost top man already out of the water. So my plan was just to do a quick transition, no socks, just putting the shoes and push as much as I could in the bike. And I've been lucky because I was with one guy on the team on his bike. So we were collaborating together, and I love uphills. I come from a place where there's a lot of uphills. So I start to make my effort when it starts to go up. And this is where I get advantage. And after when I arrived in the transition for the run, I saw the second man was 3 minutes away. So I just controlled my pace just to make sure to keep him far away. And that works. And I was crazy. And I made the first position.
My name is Priscilla. I've been doing triathlon for a few years now, and today is actually my first win with Team TriFit in the end, so I'm really happy. So kitu cha kwanza nataka kushukuru Team TriFit because ni kwa sababu ni club, ni organization ambayo inajitahidi sana kuinua triathlon hapa Kenya, so I think it's really important to recognize and acknowledge the work that you guys are doing. The whole team, not only Mike, lakini kila volunteer na nini watu ambao wana make it happen. Because without you guys, we will never be able to do that. So I really, really appreciate. The organization is top notch. It's like pro. We're like treated like a pro race. So it's amazing to race in those conditions in Kenya. And in those landscapes, the ocean swim is beautiful. The ride over there, Kwenye Maembe, Nini Miembe, it's so nice. So really enjoyed the ride course. Of course, tunateseka na joto la pwani, but it was really, really an amazing course. So I also appreciate Nomad because it's a very fun place to do it's perfect, it's a perfect setup. And they are doing a lot to promote triathlon as well. So really appreciate. And the last thing I want to say ni appreciate the triathlon community. I know kuna watu wanasema triathlon ni sport ya wazungu, lakini si kweli. Ukiona watu wengi hapa ambao wamerace leo ni Wakenya wengi, na more and more wanakuja kufanya triathlon, so it's growing. Nafikiri today for the first time we got big prizes also as winners, so it's also super nice to see it growing with more sponsors, more money, so keep it up.
Seeing a lot of first timers, a lot of people who just said, this is my first triathlon. I'm going to swim in the ocean. I'm going to run. I'm going to bike, and then I'm going to run. And seeing them, cross the start line and cross the finish line was heartwarming, because, sometimes it's easy to say, you're advancing the sport of triathlon in the country and, raising the profile and participation. But then when you actually see a lot more new people coming into the sport, you actually become a lot happier. One of the ladies who stood out for me at the Nomadic XC Triathlon was Robin Emerson. Her first triathlon, great all through, making sure that she's going to swim, she's going to cycle, she's going to run. Her choice of bike, maybe made her event a lot harder. But I think it was safe to say, just seeing her one pedal at a time, one foot forward on the run, was just an amazing feat. You could see, like the mental strength, the dexterity, and just saying, you know what, I got this. I'm going to push forward. I'm going to make sure that no matter what time I finish, I'm going to cross the finish line. So it was good. Seeing a lot of seasoned athletes, Michael Kontos, who's literally a renowned 70.3 triathlete, blasting through the water, having fun on his bike. And then, he literally said it, he enjoyed his run. And it was good to see Ralph Winter, the director at Nomads, get back into active triathlon. It was good to see George coming out of a fall from his last event. The list is endless. It was good. I think her name was Shamri, who's, just said, I'm a very good swimmer. She tried to negotiate with me about her bike and her run. And I said, negotiation, we shall leave it for Gikomba Market. But hey, she decided to swim, bike, run, and, and she finished. So for me, there's Wanjiko and Chloe. Those are some of the stories that just stood out for me, that, you chose Shujatra. One Nomadic XC Triathlon. You can tell how excited I am about Shuja, because I want you guys to come. You chose Nomadic XC Triathlon as your event, and, you swam 800 meters, cycled 34.5 and ran 5.5. So on the bottom of my heart, you guys are champions. You guys did well, and, keep going. The bug has bitten you. There's Kilifi Gold coming up. There's 113 Shuja. You guys should register, train hard, buy better bikes, and see you at the start line. As you all know, Nomadic XC operates in the beautiful context of Diani, and by extension, the larger Kwale County. And the reason we actually like these beautiful destinations, outside of coming there as individuals, is also we like to promote domestic tourism, number one. Number two, we like to promote healthy lifestyles. And last but not least is also impact the communities that we operate in. So like in Diani, by virtue of doing these two events, we work with a local CBO called Teens Watch Diani. And the team is led by a gentleman called Brighton Otieno, who mobilizes all our volunteers that mark the transition zones, the mount and dismount line, all the water points, and assist in setup of the events, assist in managing of traffic, and in every other auxiliary part of the eventing itself. And it's safe to say that number one, you feel their presence. Number two, they go over and above to make sure that this event is a success. But also importantly, the fact that they are youth based out of Kwale, it gives them an opportunity to work. It gives them an opportunity to network with organizations within Diani and outside of Diani, and also interact with people who maybe they may not have met on a daily basis. So for us, that is an impact. They get paid very well. And of course, by extension, they get access to the sport of triathlon. And by and large, we hope that in the next year or two, we'll have a lot of participants, from King's Watch Diani now, not just officiating the event, but participating. One of our biggest dreams is to have a lot of these youth that we're working with, drawn from the local community, to play almost managerial roles in terms of running the event. So it becomes almost income generating for them going forward over the next 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. A lot of the organizations that we've worked with within the Kwale, Diani, region, have given opportunities, be it direct employment or contractual work, to some of these young individuals. And so that's how, it's safe to say where the event by and large begins to impact. I think from all the participants who come in, there's accommodation, car hire, food, boda, tuk-tuk, whatever transport logistics are needed. So you definitely see the not just on a micro, but also on a macro level, the impact of such an event, because you have, 70 for Nomadic XC, and for other events, you have maybe 150, 200, 250 participants coming in. And the ripple effect on the economy for that duration of time is by and large amazing. So, for you who's maybe watching this video and, you've not come for Nomadic XC, you've not come for Shujaa, or you've not gone for Kilifi Gold or Karen Open, Vipingo Triathlon, I would like to say, you may think you're just participating in the event, but you don't know the impact that just you being present there has across the board. To all the participants, to all the teams, congratulations for competing and completing the Nomadic XC Triathlon. Congratulations to all our partners who made sure that this event was a success. I'd like to say a big thank you. Without the participants, without our partners, this event would not have been possible. So from the bottom of my heart and from my technical team, I just want to say thank you. What a day it was. We had about 55 individual participants and 7 teams who took on 800 or so meter swim in the ocean. We had, let's just be frank, 34.5 kilometer cycle through the hinterlands of Kwale, and finish off with a mixed trail 5.5 kilometer run. And by and large, it was amazing.